Yo, we live. Listening to the 13th volume of the Bucket Up podcast, featuring your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Tell Your Mom I really enjoyed that Thanksgiving plate she brought over. Just wanted to say thank you. And I'm joined here as always with the homie, the kid, the one and only Jesse Burke. What up?
How you doing, man? I'm living good. Yeah, the tryptophan. Usually every year the tryptophan gets to me, from the turkey. But I didn't I didn't suffer to the turkey naps this year. But I'm doing good, bro.
There you go, bro. I think I had like 4 turkey naps going all the way into Friday, so they
That's
got
what you
me.
got though, because the turkey heard that you were talking
I
talking.
had like 3 bites of turkey, so I don't know if it's actually from the turkey or just from overeating.
Nah, my Thanksgiving was cool though, man. I had plans to go to 3 different places, and I just stayed at one
What's
the
up?
whole time.
Or you just it was you and Joel?
Yeah, I stayed at Joel's dad's house. Shouts to the Petites. They
Shout out to
cooked
the
up.
petite.
They they cooked up the normal turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing. Uh, we had the wild broccoli casserole, and the coolest shit, bro, was she busted out some Jewish uh some Jewish eatery challah bread,
What was that?
bro.
Oh, holla. Okay, I didn't know if she was whipping up some matzo balls or something.
Nah, man, she busted out some challah bread, and
There you go.
I bang with the dad jokes, right? So, her sister's boyfriend Lucas was there, and he's a little younger, and I was like trying to introduce him, bring him up to speed on the challah bread, and he's like, "All right, man, holla back."
I knew that was coming.
I was like, "Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Get him."
You should start doing the Harlem Shake like Fabulous.
Oh, dude, son, I was like, "Take
Holla
that,
back,
take that,
gang.
take that." But yeah,
Oh,
man.
oh shit, Katie with the hoo hoo in the background. I don't know if anybody heard that, but yeah.
But yeah, man, Thanksgiving was cool. The Giants lost to the Redskins.
Hey, what up?
Yeah, whatever. Um,
I
but
mean, I,
it
I
didn't really
mean, you guys
matter.
are two, whatever, and we might make the playoffs, possibly, but probably not.
Yeah, it was our game was like a week dessert. You know what I'm saying? Like for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, going into or whatever the day and like the games started. I wake up and the Detroit like Viking games is like already on, so I'm like, okay, when I'm guessing that the Washington plays next because like why would they save that trash game for prime time? But apparently they did.
Yeah, man.
They
They
should have
let
just played
us.
it in the morning. Well, maybe they were thinking people on the East Coast were probably eating around that time, so they were like, "Yeah, we don't want to." I don't know, but you probably don't want the games that are super important while people are eating. So I didn't really get it.
Yeah, I mean nothing's really sacred anymore, anyway. So I don't really think people not.
True, they were out shopping during that Washington game anyway.
Dude, shouts to that. By the way, I tweeted that if you Black Friday shopped on a Thursday, you trash. You can't
Whoa,
wait.
Katie Black shot Friday shopped on a Thursday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, sometimes my bullets reflect and hit people.
Nah, no, she was
What'd she get?
she after we were at her family house for Thanksgiving, she like was like, "Oh, I want to stop by Walmart to get something," and I wasn't really thinking about it because the game had literally just started. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be quick." And then we get there and it's packed as shit. And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's Black Friday. This is not gonna be quick." And so I missed like the whole first half of the Washington game, but it was like 3-3, and then the game was kind of trash. So like I was mad at her, but I really should have been thanking her because that game was kind of garbage.
What'd she get from Walmart?
I don't know. She didn't tell me. It was for me. That's why I was like, "Why you bring me
How'd
if
you
you getting
not?
presents for me?"
What'd you have to do? Cover your eyes the whole time?
We were making mac and cheese on Friday, so I got like mac and cheese stuff, and then she was somewhere else, and then I was like by her, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were gonna be over here." I was like, "I don't get why this was a bad plan. Could just dropped me off, and then came without me." But
Yeah.
she said she didn't give me anything anyway, which
Katie,
I don't know.
if you're
I
gonna
don't
shop
believe her.
for, that makes me Katie. If you're gonna shop for somebody, you don't bring them to the store.
Right?
Dude, all right, well, that's a bad surprise. At least you know you're getting something. She's like, hey, turn
Oh, well,
around.
yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess I understand. I guess I knew I was gonna get something anyway, but
She's like, hey, go over there, but let me have your wallet. You're like, what the fuck?
yeah. I see. I didn't. I was like there, like shopping for food, and like nobody was in the food aisles. Everybody was just like fighting over shit. It's like I literally came home and then did all my shopping on Amazon. I was like, yeah, I don't know what's the point.
That's cool,
You
man.
get all the
At
deals
least,
on Amazon, bro.
yeah, I haven't Black Friday shopping forever. Like I said, I'm haunted by Black Friday. I used to work retail. So I'm just like,
Oh, yeah,
dude,
that's true.
whatever. I can wait till Cyber Monday or whenever I can buy something, just call it a,
It's way more convenient. You know, I don't want to. I don't feel like waiting in lines and like brushing off people. Although I did see some wild deals. They had like 55-inch TV for like $250, and I was like, "Fuck, should I do it?"
Yeah.
But nah.
But waiting in line and
yeah,
shit, I'd rather just be tired of shit and kick it on a Thursday than be out there.
where what was the rest of your weekend like though?
Last night, dude, I went to meet up with the homie Jillian. Shout out my best friend of 10 years. She recently had a baby with her fiance Rob. They live in
Shout out to our baby fam.
Yeah, babies out here run the world. But nah, they live in Portland. And I'm like, you know, when's my broke ass ever gonna get to Portland besides Google Earth? And they came in town because the grandparents, you know, Jillian's parents live in Arizona, in Phoenix. So we went and kicked it with them last night. I got to meet the Emmerich the God, Emmerich Knox. He's all of 3 months or something like
Emmerich?
that.
That's his name. Emmerich, that's a fire name. I like that.
Emrik.
Emmerich. It's like a limerick. I fucks
Sure.
with it.
He's cool. And like I have a good meter on how to judge babies and shit. And as soon as I hugged him, he like embraced me. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Yeah, I fuck with Uncle Jesse."
That's crazy.
But yeah, nah, he was cool, man. Crazy thing is I've parked at Jillian's family's house like a million times. You know what I'm saying? But last night we pulled up around, I don't know, 7-ish, 8-ish, and around 9:30 we're just kicking in the backyard, and one of the family members at Jillian's house was like, "Hey, who drives the gray Kia?" I was like, "Me. What's up?" She's like, "The cops are here." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "I don't know, just come outside." But like one of them was like smiling, and so I thought like they were just like either A, pulling a prank on me, B, they got like some sort of like they're known to do stuff like that. They'll get you like a dessert and surprise you, and
yeah, the cops.
No, not the cops. Jillian's family. Nah. Fuck the cops. Anyway, so I was like, all right. And then someone, I don't know if I heard it on the radio, but someone said something about hit and run. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, did I hit someone on the way to Jillian's? So I'm outside, and the cop was like, do you own that car? Do you own that car, sir? And I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, all right, we're good. I was like, what's up? He's like, nah, the neighbors called me saying that someone parked in front of their house. I was like, yeah, that's my car. I parked in front of their house. He's like, yeah, but sometimes people steal cars and just dump them. So we were just making sure that you didn't steal the car. I was like, nah, I own it.
Oh shit! Yeah, here's the keys, bruh. What?
And he's like, and it was funny because my boy Rob, shouts to Rob, Jillian's fiance, he was like drunk and he thought I was drinking, and he thought the cop was just trying to get me, like, oh, you've been drinking, get in the car and move it so he can get me on a DUI shit.
Oh shit, that'll be some next level shit.
But I don't really drink. I didn't have any drinks, so I was just like confused as fuck. I was like, officer, I don't get it, man. I was like, the neighbor called the cops, called you guys because my car's right here. He's like, yeah. I was like, so you want me to move it? What? And he's like, nah, I don't care. I was like, you obviously do care if you got called, you know. But yeah, man, that was weird as fuck. So I get back in the house and everyone's like, are you okay, Jesse? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, fine. And it was just weird as shit, bro. The neighbors called the cops because I parked in front of the house.
That's so, yeah. Honestly, that's like the shit. When I moved to the suburbs in high school, that's when I moved to suburbs. That the first thing you learn is that, like, your neighbors, specifically white people neighbors, wild nosy, call the cops on you about fucking anything. Like, and like I get that. Like sometimes, like my little brother is a little wild, so maybe he be doing something wild. But for the most part, it's really nothing. And they'll call the cops if they hear somebody arguing about something. It could be anything, you know what I mean? And then they came over because like our grass wasn't like kept up, and it's like, bro, why the fuck do y'all care about our grass? Be like, if you want the grass to be nice, why don't you just come and do the fucking grass?
Right. And I was just laughing, man, because I already make up like wild scenarios in my head when something's going on. So I'm thinking like, damn, I'm in so much debt that they're connected to the cops. like, do you own this car, officer? Yeah. Well, you're behind on your bills and shit. I'm like, man,
shit.
you know,
yo, we gonna have to repossess it, fam. Like, damn, you got me all the way out here.
I'm like, damn, did I actually pay my car note? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I thought if you were dressed as like a Sprint guy, then yeah, you come at me. But
say Sally Megan fucking diesel with it.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, what did I do, man? Because like, and then you know,
wild,
I don't usually have weed on me or nothing. I usually have weed in me, but luckily I didn't smoke like that day or at all throughout that time, so I was straight, and
Word.
but that had me rushing through my head. I'm like, damn, did a bag of weed fall out? And it's like right next to the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But long story short, yeah, they're imagine taking that call, being like, officer, there's a car parked out in front of my house, and the cop's like, all right.
Yeah, like where were you at again?
Ahwatukee, bro. Like
That's
most.
why you got shit to do.
There's nothing going on, bro.
That's what it is. They were just bored because I feel like Phoenix cops, if you call them about some shit like that, they're like, okay. All right, we'll check it out. And then they just don't do anything.
Bro, I'd be so tight. And even the cop told, he's like, bro, he's like, the neighbor just had, was worried that the car was stolen and it was dumped here. I was like, why would someone dump a car?
Right. I don't even know what would you have to tell the cop for them to get them to come. You'd be like, there's a car parked outside my house. It got a Black Lives Matter sticker. I'm gonna need you to get over here, stat.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I don't know who these people are.
Like,
they could be parked at one of my neighbors, but I doubt it.
Officer, there's a car parked out front and the rims won't stop spinning.
Yo. Like it's 2003 and shit.
Yeah. They have no dynamite in the trunk, so the bass is really loud.
That's fucking wild, B. Like they've been watching too many TV shows, too many movies where they checking outside their blinds and shit. Like, you ever see that picture of Malcolm X looking out the window with like a Uzi or whatever? You ever see that picture?
Yeah. And what's funny is,
that's them. They looking out like, yo, there's a fucking car out there. I don't know, man. It looks a little suspicious. This Kia Soul. I don't know.
Yeah, what's funny is she said that she's that woman on the block is known to be that crazy lady. Like, Jillian, she's lived there their whole life, and she used to like snitch on her for the most random shit. And I'm like, she's coming at me. I just parked here, bro.
Wow, bro. People are wild. Need to get a life, man. Need to go. She should have been knitting, taking care of cats. You know she got cats.
Dude, I'm like, all right, officer, we good. It was just funny as shit because I'm like, here we go. I got my license suspended. Nah, like we straight. I got a pound of weed in the car. Nah, we good. Let me in, officer.
Yeah, that'd be ain't nothing worse than like getting pulled over for something like minor and getting caught with some major shit. Like, I didn't even one time I got pulled over for like brake light being out.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know, but apparently my insurance was like, I had been paying my insurance forever, but I was paying it through like this like third party company that's like pays the insurance because it was giving me a discount. And I guess the actual insurance canceled it because they needed confirmation of my car or some shit. And so I was paying for 3 months that didn't have insurance. Got pulled over for a brake light and they're like, oh, you ain't got insurance. I'm like, what? I better have insurance because I've been fucking paying. What do you mean I got insurance? Yeah, shit was wild. I had to get my license suspended and shit. Trash.
Damn, dude. That sucks, dude. Like, that's
was garbage.
Problem. And that's the problem. It starts with people. It's like, I was like, man, like people had to really call the cops for them to be like, I can understand like if there's like weird activity going on. But man, it's Thanksgiving weekend. Of course, people are gonna have family over, friends, shit like that. You know.
Yeah, I see. I think the problem is white people too comfortable with the cops. That's what it is. Black people, they don't want to call the cops for anything. So like
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll be like, we'll look out the window and actually see a crime. Be like, I mean, like it ain't. I feel like it ain't gonna affect me. So, like, I don't want to get the cops involved. They think I'm part of it because that's the real fear.
I was like, yeah,
shit.
But he made it like way a bigger deal than it was. Like he had his red and blue lights rolling, like shit was hot.
Oh man!
And the way he said it too was like, "Is this your car, sir?" I thought he was about to be like, "You're under arrest," you know, like what?
We found cocaine residue.
Yo, son, we found bucket hats in your car. I'm like, damn. But nah, man, that's we talked about weird interactions with fucking cops before, and like how we've like, almost gotten in trouble.
You're not gonna ask me about my weekend, fam?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. That I was gonna say, but yeah, man, like, what'd you guys do? Fucking, hopefully the cops weren't involved, bro. That's what I was gonna say.
Nah, we didn't really do shit. We were chilling. We went to go see Coco, that animated movie.
Coco?
Yeah, it's fucking fire, bro. It's about this I guess this little Mexican boy named Miguel, and like his family, his great grandma, her husband like ran out on her because he wanted to do music, and so the family bans music and shit, and so it's like a whole thing about how he wants to do music, and then it's like the Day of the Dead and like all this shit. But I don't want to ruin the movie for you, but it's like 1,000 times, bajillion times better than Frozen. Fuck Frozen. Actually, the worst part of the movie is at the beginning. For some reason that I don't know, they forced like a Frozen skit on you that you didn't ask for. Like just playing some shit about Frozen and Christmas and Olaf. And I don't know about you, but I'm a low key Frozen hater because I feel like it got all this hype and it really was not that good.
Real talk. Haven't seen Frozen, so we good.
All right, cool. I'm just saying it got real big. All I kept hearing was "Let It Go," and I'm like, "Yo, that shit not even fire like that." There's so many better like movies, fam.
I didn't see that, and I think this was a good one. You probably liked it, Polar Express.
Yeah, that was like what 10 years ago.
Yeah, I gotta catch up.
15. Did you see? You don't be fucking with the animated movies like that.
Nah, I do like animated movies, man. But the Christmas shit, I don't relate.
Oh, Coco's not Christmas.
Oh, okay. Nah, I love
it's Dia de los Muertos, bro.
Okay, first of all, son, we out here with Good Dinosaur. It's one of my favorite movies.
I fucks with it. Yeah, it's a Pixar movie, so you know how Pixar do.
Yeah, I fuck with Pixar. You know I love the Minions, bro. Minions are hilarious.
You see Zootopia? That was the fire one.
Zootopia was funny. I thought not Zaboomafoo, or what was the one? What was
is fire though?
Madagascar.
Madagascar's good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're all good. I love cartoons. I love animated movies, man.
I feel you. I haven't seen Moana. Katie said it's really good too. I'm sure it's better than Frozen. So,
all right. Well, I'll see Coco, man. But I still haven't seen Frozen. But shit, I'll trust you. I don't need to see it now.
See what? Oh yeah, nah. You gotta see that shit,
dude. So when
all you need to know is that stupid song, "Let It Go." It's not stupid.
I've known that song. I feel like that's the only part, the reference people make to like Frozen. They're like, oh yeah, the song, that movie with "Let It Go" in it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the singing's good, Idina Menzel and whatnot, but the actual movie, I'm like,
man. Yeah. Shouts to it though. I mean, I heard Olaf is funny. So I like funny characters.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who doesn't.
When you went shopping though at Walmart, getting your mystery present, did they have Christmas music playing already?
I don't think so. They didn't have any music, which was kind of weird.
Damn, so they probably did. You just tuned it out.
I probably, bro. Christmas music's so trash at this point. You know my.
What's that? No, you go.
I said, my biggest problem with Christmas music,
all right,
honestly, is that it's like the same 8 songs sang over and over again. Like, oh, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking Justin Bieber, and I'm coming out with a Christmas album, and it's gonna be 5 of the songs you've heard, just Justin Bieber singing it. Oh, I'm Michael Bublé. I'm just gonna fucking sing "Let It Snow." Like, you know what I mean? I'm just sick of this shit. Like,
Yeah,
I get that
that's
it's
true.
classics, but like, why we ain't coming out with some original Christmas bangers, bro? Like, holla at me when Migos drops a Christmas album. Then I'm out here
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
whipping it. White.
You'd be like, Offset, I got a lump of the coal. I told you that I wouldn't know.
Got president, got dancers.
I sat on Santa's lap. I I sat on Santa's lap. I go around the world. That's a map.
Yeah,
But
nah,
anyway,
I'll
shouts
be
to
about
Migos.
it.
That's the request. Migos, make a Christmas album.
Then I'm there. I'm
They,
out here.
they can call it Ho 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 or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
But now the thing about music, Christmas music. I grew up Jewish. I am Jewish.
Are there Jewish like Hanukkah songs?
There's dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made you out of clay, and when you're dry and ready, or dreidel, I shall play. There's shit like that.
I fuck with the Adam Sandler song.
Oh, the eight nights of or eight crazy nights.
Yeah.
Or the Hanukkah song, whatever he called it. Yeah, I mean, there was not for me. Like, I caught up on a lot of the Christmas carols through either in school they made us all sing the shit,
which is wild,
or B, you know, on TV that's all you hear about. So like to me, there was like, you know, just Jingle Bell Rock, you know, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, all this shit. It just, you know, was embedded in me as a kid, and
yeah, and some of them were wild.
Yeah, like, oh dude, I saw
Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh
that
my
shit
god,
is rapey.
That Baby is. She's like, I better be going. He's like, you want more drink, girl?
Yeah, that's just wild. She's like, I really gotta go. And he's like, it's cold outside. Like, I feel like you should stay here. And she's like, I want to leave. And he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna let you go, fam. And I was like, whoa, what?
He's like, I'm not gonna let you. I mean, it's snowing. I actually took your coat away, so it's too cold out there.
And it's like, what? Like, yo, if you don't take her home, fam, like, let her leave. She don't want to be there no more.
And that song was way before Uber, so it's not like she could get herself out of the situation. Like, she really needed a ride home.
Like, the whole song is her saying she want to go. He's just like, yo, it's too cold for you to go. And it's like, why don't you just let her go home, my G? Like let her go home.
You can't take no for an answer, my guy.
Damn. That shit is wild.
What about I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus? You know, if I run downstairs and I see Mommy kissing Santa Claus, we fighting.
And like, yeah, that's how you think there's some kid out there. That's how they learned there wasn't a Santa Claus.
Yeah,
like they're like coming up like, yo, mom, why mom kissing Santa? They start hitting them and shit, and he's like, hey, yo, it's your dad. What the fuck?
Or like,
wait, dad's Santa?
Or like he sees her kissing Santa and then goes back upstairs, and then the next morning in breakfast, he's like, I would accept these gifts, but not from a cheater. Dad, I have something to tell you.
Yo, that song is wild because that's just rubbing in the face that we just straight up lie to kids. You know what I mean? People probably play that song around kids while they lie to kids about fucking, you know, Santa Claus being real, and that shit is wild.
You know what's crazy is like,
yo,
what?
Random. I heard this. When we were at Katie's Thanksgiving with her family. One of her cousins, Nikki, was saying that one of her, like, 'cause they both teach. She teaches in high school, I guess. And one of the teachers was teaching a freshman class, and he literally asked like a question like, oh, when did he asked like this one girl, is like, oh, it's like, when did you stop believing in Santa? And then she like looked weird at him, like, what? And he was like, yeah, no, seriously, like, when did you stop believing in Santa? And the girl kind of like brushed it off or whatever, like, oh, ha ha ha. And then her dad sent the teacher an email saying that he ruined his daughter's innocence because she still believed in Santa at 14 years old.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Right? Like, fam, what? Yeah, dude. I was like, how? And also, the dude said that she was crying all night. And it's like, bro, What?
The dad is like, now I have to spend $100 on a Santa suit and dress
Yeah.
up and save the day. What the fuck, bro? 14 years old?
Yeah, dude, that's negligence by the parents. You really like. First of all, I'm not saying the kid's stupid, but like, oh my god, that kid is gullible. How you go to 14 and you still believing in Santa?
When's she
Like,
gonna find? Oh man, what happens when she finds out? Man, wait till she finds out about God.
bro, wait till she finds out about a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah, wait till she. Oh
Oh
my God,
man,
life's gonna get harder, B. She's gonna
bro,
have to.
she about to get smacked by life, bro.
She's gonna have to do taxes one year, and then
Oh
the
man,
next year she's gonna be talking about, dear Santa, can you do my
Ooh.
taxes for me?
Bro, she gonna be like 23, like on Tinder, swiping right on everybody. Just like, yo, I think they might be a good person. You know what I mean? Like, the gullibility is wild. Wait, it's swiping right. That mean you like them, right? Or is it swiping left? I don't remember.
I've been out the game for a while, man, so they could have changed it. But
Is it swiping? I don't know. Whatever it is, she out here on the wild gullibility.
It could be swiping up. Let's just say that. Keep it neutral.
All I know is like that shit is wild, but maybe she's like playing it. Like she was going and pretending like she knew that she didn't know that Santa didn't exist. So that she thought maybe she was getting extra presents so they can keep it up and shit. And it was getting more elaborate. And she was like, I gotta keep it up. So that way I can keep, getting extra presents and shit.
What's really weird is like, what if like her 9-year-old like younger sister was like, I tried to tell her so many years.
Like, yo, I tried to tell her we don't even got a chimney. Like, where the fuck you think the nigga coming down from? Like, what?
Every year, yo, that shouts to that, yo, because my boy Patty, one time he was talking about how like his dad used to leave out cookies and milk and like carrots for the reindeer or whatever. Mm-hmm. And one year he like heard rustling and he saw his dad downstairs like eating the cookies or whatever. And his dad thought like, fuck man, the jig is up. Now I gotta like break the news to him and all that shit. But Patty's ass was like, Dad, those cookies are for Santa. Like he didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
So his dad was like, nice, I got another year. We good.
There you go. Bro, I knew wild early, like 5 or 6. That's because my parents are just like, nah, I'll buy this shit.
Right, yeah. My dad told me, he's like, first of all, Jess, we're Jewish. Second of all, I buy these fucking presents if you're good. Yeah. There's no way a fat white guy's taking credit for me getting these gifts.
I think I don't know this for sure, but I feel like black people are for sure tell their kids early. Because it's like they don't want no random ass white dude taking credit for their hard work. That sounds like the worst thing in the world. They don't want you randomly over trusting white people.
Yeah, and you don't want you don't want anybody sliding down your chimney.
No.
At random. It's like, bro, just use the front door, will you?
Right. My dad like, yo, if you see a nigga come down the chimney, bro, come get me. Like, that's not normal. Like, they got it set up to where anybody. I'm surprised there's not more robberies on on Christmas. You know what I mean? Because we already made it normal for like people for there to be a person that just comes in there. So I'm surprised there hasn't been these instances where kids just see a burglar in the house, like, oh, why is Santa dressed in all black? And it's like, oh well, just go upstairs and Christmas is ruined the next day.
Or the family that does the extra shit where like they'll pour like baking soda on the ground and put footsteps and it's like, yo, that's Santa's footsteps. Bro. It's like,
that's
man,
so extra.
It's like you gotta leave the footsteps there or vacuum it. Eventually, little Timmy's gonna be like, "Did you vacuum Santa's footsteps?"
First of all, that's way too extra, and it's like all this is supposed to be taken down from magic, and so Santa's so sloppy to leave footsteps and shit. Terrible.
Where's the reindeer footsteps?
And I feel like there's so many things you should have put together. Like, all right, so if everybody leaving cookies, there's no way Santa could eat all the cookies from everybody around the world. Like, he'd have a stomach ache.
Yeah, because you can't drink a gallon of milk in an hour.
Nah, bro. Like, to me, people leaving out cookies. I feel like 14, you should be able to put that shit together by 7. I'm sorry. Like, what's an acceptable age for somebody to believe in Santa? I say till like 8 or 9, bro.
What about Tooth Fairy? Until your last tooth or what?
Tooth Fairy, yeah. When you even lose your last teeth, like.
Shit, I hope I lose some more, man, because I got mad cavities.
I'm like, you don't want to. I think you need to go to the dentist.
Nah, I'm hoping like a third row will come in or some shit.
Yeah, I gotta go to the dentist. But yeah, bro, that shit is wild. I don't get how you believe in that shit. It's all these, it's this despair, these lies, and also she got to be pissed at her. You crying because Santa's not real. I feel like you should be pissed at your parents for letting you believe in Santa 6 years too long. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if the kids at school found out. I'd be clowning her forever.
First of all, yeah, yeah. Next, what? All right. So you and Katie about to get married and shit. Next step comes a baby. When are you gonna tell this baby that Santa's not real?
I don't know. Katie definitely doesn't. She wants to know. Wants them to know, or wants them to believe in Santa. And I get it. The real world is so trash that you kind of want to like shield your kids from all the like shitty stuff, and so you don't want to give them too much reality. So I get it in a way, but like I'm not letting my kid believe in Santa till like fucking 12 or some shit, or 11. And I'm gonna be real disappointed if I have to figure that shit out for them. Like I'm hoping that they figure that shit out at like 7 or 8.
They're just like, hey, Dad, we got something to talk about. You're like, oh shit.
Right? If they find out on the school bus, I'm really not gonna be that disappointed.
Well, the thing
at all.
It's crazy. It's like I was, I always was hip to the fact that Santa wasn't real. But in class, I had to like be quiet so I wouldn't ruin it for other kids and shit.
Yeah, they already been like the fucking Jewish kid.
Here it comes. But what's funny though is like my cousin, she's like way younger than all of us, so she like kind of by herself when it comes to school, and she had to go through the she got picked on so much that they moved her to a dominant school with like Catholic or Christian or whatever, and now to the point where they just let her rock, and they've made it. She don't not anymore because she's older, but like all the way up to she was like 11 or 12 or some shit. They were just telling her that Santa was real and stuff. And I'm like, bro, like we're all Jewish. I'm like, she's the only one that you ever let her know, like, oh yeah, Santa's cool, like blah blah blah. I was like, let her go through what we all went through, like being the odd man out,
Right. Yeah. That's and also I feel like that's kind of trash for her because she's just like, so this dude magically delivers gifts and I don't get to get on it because I'm Jewish. Like that's kind of trash.
Right. So then, like for a while, like one time I came home like from college and I made a reference to Santa or something, and they were all like, "Shh, she still believes." I was like, "Wait, what?
What the fuck does it matter?"
I was like, "You kidding me?"
You're not even dropping off presents at her house.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna make her believe and write letters to a man that's like, oh, by the way, I'm skipping your house."
Yeah, what? That's wild.
Yeah. So anyway, I just didn't rock with that, not because I care. For me, it was just like I was just like, yo, she's a family member. Let her go through all the fucking odd man out and chastising we all went through.
Right, because when she gets older, she's like, that was dumb. That's what she's gonna think.
Right, she's gonna be like, wait, you guys led me to believe Santa's real when all the other cousins were just like, oh, we knew from the jump,
Right, and it's like it wasn't even benefit me, so I don't even understand why you would let me believe that it was real.
Right, like I don't know. I enjoy the idea of like just straight Hanukkah, lighting the menorah.
Right, I feel like, and that's the thing too. Like I think kids already don't appreciate toys and shit that they get from their parents, but like Santa came from this dude who has magic powers, who can limitlessly make toys and doesn't have to spend money on them. How the fuck does that make your kids cherish the toys at all?
Right.
It's like, bro, like Santa just gonna get that shit to me next year, fam.
Well, it's just like a matter of like being, like I said, being like the odd man out or whatever. Like I remember when I was a kid, like they'd go around the table and be like, "What did Santa bring you?" "Oh, I got a toy. I got this." And then it came to me, and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't. Santa's fake." And they'd be like, "Jesse, you can't say that." I'm like, "Why?" Like you just pressed me about like what I got from Santa, and I just didn't. Right. So like I'm the weirdo.
That's so weird. I don't know. I really don't see the harm in saying, oh, Christmas, like kind of like Thanksgiving. Like Christmas is about being with family and like getting gifts for your family to like show that you appreciate them. Like this Santa Claus shit is just dumb. There's not even a lesson in Santa Claus. Like what is the lesson you learn from this dude randomly bringing you presents? I don't know.
I think Santa Claus is the introduction into believing in God. Like maybe it's a way of like, because I mean. It's like God going to every house at once. Santa Claus going to every house at once is equivalent to like God answering everyone's prayers at once,
Like, only thing I get the benefits. I can see that with the religious thing, but only thing I can get with the benefits is just making sure your kids have some innocence and like imagination. But other than that, they don't really learn anything from them. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, like,
So I don't get it.
and then it's like you got to be good. Well, that's the only thing too. It's like they set this false set of standards. Like Santa's watching, you better be good. It's like, nah, you should be
Right.
good regardless if Santa's watching. Yeah.
Right. But here's the thing. That's where I see the parallels from, like religion. People being like, "Oh, you should be good because if not, you're going to hell. If you're good, you go to heaven." Instead of just being like, "Man, maybe you should just be good because it's like the right thing to do."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The same thing with the Santa Claus thing. Like, yo, don't be good because you should be good. Which is, I get it. That's a hard concept to ingrain to kids. Like, kids only care about themselves, just inherently, because they rarely know that other people exist. So, like, I get that you got to kind of be like, hey, if you do good, you'll get some good shit back. Because if you just say, hey, you got to be good because you're supposed to be, they're like, well, fuck that. That don't give me toys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Santa even gives them coal if they're not good, so at least they get something.
Yeah. So that's all it is. It's just another way for parents to keep the kids in check.
But yeah, man. I mean, shit. It's still November, but so everyone with the Christmas shit, chill. We got 30 days or some shit until it's here.
I'm a big proponent of like you wait till like December 1st to listen to Christmas music, but like at least wait till after Thanksgiving. But you know what I mean? I know people fuck with it, but it's just like, how often can you listen to the same 9 songs, bro?
Yeah, and like 30 days away from the day itself.
Exactly.
You know,
Especially some rapey ones, bro. It's just wild.
she really needs to leave. He's like, I think it's cold.
But you know, I digress. What you just want to get cracking to next, bro?
Nah, man, you were bringing me up to speed on people. You know, like you said, you know, living their life, eventually growing up. We got homegirl Malia Obama, former daughter of the GOAT, President Obama.
Shout out to the Obamas. We miss y'all.
Shouts to 44 forever. You know, let's be real. He's still our president. Fuck out of here, Trump. Like, come on. Obama, you the man.
Word.
Yeah. So first, Malia was out here a couple years ago at the Bryson Tiller concert. Twerking, just living her life.
She was smoking a cigarette.
What it looked like to be either a cigarette or a joint. It was not clear. Could have been a spliff. For the cornballs out there that is half tobacco, half weed. But that was a couple years ago, and everyone was giving her heat because at the time her dad was the president, and she has to act more ladylike, which I think bullshit. She can't control her dad being the president. She's kind of just born into it, and she's just trying to live a normal life. And now, circle back to now, 2017. She got caught up at Harvard versus Yale football game.
Yeah, she's a freshman at Harvard, and she's doing. First of all, there's no way to know if she's smoking weed or smoking cigarettes again. Which honestly, it's America in 2017. Who gives a shit if she's smoking weed?
Which disclaimer? Obama smoked cigarettes, by the way, so it runs in their family.
Yeah. Right, and it's like, obviously, I don't fuck with people. I don't care. You do what the fuck you want with your life. She could have been smoking a Black and Mild for all I know. You know what I mean? It could have been a hookah. It could have been a vape. Who knows? But she was blowing those or whatever, and somebody had her on the Snapchat. They sold that shit to the Daily Caller, which is like this right wing fucking, I don't even know, shitty newspaper zeitgeist, whatever you want to call that shit. And they're out here putting it like she was out here doing the dope or whatever. And it's like, who are these people? First of all, it's Malia. Okay, how cool is it to be like, oh, I'm going to school with a former president, not just a former president, one of the coolest presidents since, I don't even know. Like, I guess Bill Clinton was cool, but he was out here getting sucked off in the Oval Office. But like, you know what I mean? Like, cool president's daughter, and you out here snitching, fam? Like, sending shit to like fucking news outlets. That shit's wild. Like, who the fuck is she linking up with?
I feel like people do that shit all the time though, like with celebrity, but like Michael Phelps with the bong rip. It's like, if you got a homie that's a celebrity, don't exploit them, man. Fucking come on,
bro.
Man.
And that doesn't get you in. That just gets you out. It's like, bro, she knows who took that shit. You do that shit. You're not invited to any of the parties that Malia is going to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like,
I'd rather be able to be like, yo, I was cool with Malia. Like we hung out. Like yo, she was a lot wilder than people thought. But like to me, that's better of a story to tell than to be out here selling it to the Daily Caller for like $50 or some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, and like it's like, dude, she's living her life. First of all, she has no responsibilities. It's not like, yo, as a former president's daughter,
Right?
you gotta do some shit. Like she's already at Harvard. That shit's hard enough.
Right? Bro, let her live her life, B. Like if I seen like she need to get some up with some people. I get it. It's Harvard, so there's probably no like nobody really to gang up with. That's you know what, she should have went to the HBCU. Got real hood up in there. But then again, it's Harvard, so there's no like I get why you go to Harvard, but I can see there not being that many allies there. You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny though is when you're a former president or whatever, you get Secret Service for life. So she has like, you know, shooters on deck. So,
yeah, but you can't be like, yo, Secret Service handle that.
nah. But what I'm saying is like, I'm saying that obviously like they made a fuss about her making out with like her boyfriend who's the same age as her.
Right.
It's like obviously dude's not a threat if he made it past the line of fire type shit.
Exactly.
He's like some rich boy from like another like, you know, I don't know, like congressional family or some shit. They both got like gold instead of like they take their wallets out and just like like they have gold bricks. It's crazy.
That's wild. But yeah, nah, she need to get up with some real friends, bro. Just dump the crew. Fuck whoever these loose end people are. Fuck them.
You ever have someone snitch on you?
That I thought was a friend.
Yeah, or just like some shit that you thought, yeah, that you were like, bruh, like.
Not really, man. I feel like obviously I'm not a celebrity, so I mean, who knows if what could have happened if it was like somebody I knew or if I was a celebrity or whatever. But like, I feel like my little group of friends from college, they were pretty tight. I don't think anybody would have snitched on anybody unless you did something wild, like, you know what I mean? Like if you're out here, you know, committing real big crimes, like you kind of have to get the fuck up out of here, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, hopefully if some dude was like, yo, I just murdered someone, you'd be like, all right, well, you know.
Right. Like I don't get the like, you know, like the frat boy culture where like they find out they see somebody like basically raping a woman, they kind of just like turn their head. I don't even get that. I wouldn't even want to be associated with somebody who would do some shit like that.
Right.
Be like, oh, if I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's just what we do here. Like what? Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's true. I'm saying like, I don't know, like I guess you're a pretty stand up dude, so there's nothing you would have that would make someone like snitch worthy, but I'm saying like, I don't know, man, just like I guess not really snitching, maybe like deflecting the blame. I don't know. I mean, when you were at St. Bonaventure, you had roommates and shit, or what?
Yeah, I had roommates. One of my roommates, my first year, his name was Chris, but we call him Sunshine because he looked like Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
Nice.
Yeah, like wild long hair. But he was wild. He used to do like wild drugs. Well, not really, but I remember one time he was like, yo, I think I'm gonna make some syrup, some scissor. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, like lean. He got like cough syrup. I was like, I don't think this is how you do it, bro. He had like NyQuil and Sprite. It was like, I don't know.
He just falls asleep.
Like, yeah. Like, bro, I think you need codeine. Like, I don't know where. And I think you gotta have a prescription, fam. Like he like, oh, and I was like, yeah. And then I was like looking up the side effects and shit, and he was just like, the side effects it says on here death, so probably don't do that shit.
It's just got like a picture with the crossbones and like
it's like yo, you might get hazy and you'll feel a little bit, you know, relaxed. Also, you could die. It's like, oh, okay.
50-50 shot.
Yeah, but there was like a dude right down the hall from us. I forgot what this dude's name was, but he sold like everything: weed, pills, all this shit. And there was this freshman all the way down the hall who also like sold shit like that. And they were good like all year, but then like towards the end of the year, there was this huge bust of like all the weed spots and all the pill spots. And I just remember like walking out of my dorm to go shower. and this cop is just like walking out of his room with a huge ziploc of pills, and he just like shaking it. I'm like, whoop, yep. They done got you, man. Damn. Yeah, he was selling everything, bro. Oxys and fucking like
Dude, my
Adderall and shit.
We had this bum ass roommate living here one time that was like, he had drinking problems, dude. He had DUI. You know, he got like a house. He got like the restraining order from that girl's house because he miscommunicated with the sister that lived at the house. Whatever. He had a whole grow up here. He was growing weed. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to explain to the owner of the house, like, bro, if the cops come in, you're going down because you own the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, well, nah, man, he'll fess up to it. They don't cut like that. Property is 9/10 the law. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, man, people don't think about shit, man, and like they shift the blame all the time. It's funny because like he was cool having like a whole grow up, but then like if his parents come by or some shit, he's like, hey, hide your bong. I'm like, yo, just let him know I smoke weed. It's cool.
Yeah. That's wild. Like, bro, you growing? I guess his parents probably didn't know he was growing shit though, right?
Yeah. I mean, who knows now? But yeah, I mean, you get to a certain age, dude. And yeah, I think like at this point, like I think I would just enjoy living with Joel or something or by myself.
Hey, bro, move in life.
Yeah.
Who knows? How long you been
dating for? 8 months or so.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows I'm clean as fuck. I cook. I love making like lighting candles, making the room smell good.
But you make candles, bro?
Nah, in my spare time, be waxing and shit.
Honestly, I wouldn't be like judging you. Like that's some wild shit that I'm not even like mad about. That'd be intriguing.
I'd be making candles that smell like shit that doesn't make sense. I'm like, yo, this smells like origami, dog.
Like I ain't know that had a scent, but I'm with it. I'm rocking with it.
Yo, this candle is page 3 of a passport.
It's fucking insane.
Yo, this is the top of a medicine bottle. That's what it smells like, candle. It's like, bro,
that like cotton puff shit. That's what's up.
Yeah, bro. That'd be tight though if I had my own candle.
That should be real. I'd be about it.
Has there been any new snacks you tried, bro? It's Thanksgiving. Was there any wild ass dish that you were like, what's this?
Not really. You know, usually Thanksgiving obviously traditional. There was one of Katie's like cousins brought this like Jello dish that was pink, and it had like marshmallows and shit in it. It was actually fire. They had like cut up strawberries in it. I'm not like a huge Jello guy, so I'm usually kind of iffy.
What if What if it was the Jello with the mayonnaise thing?
Oh, dude, that's fucking gross. So like, you know what I mean? I think that also is why I was kind of iffy on Jello shit, but it was like Jello, whipped cream, just cut up strawberries, some marshmallows. That shit was fire. Although I didn't, Katie ate a lot of it, so I couldn't, I brought it to my plate and Katie's eating that shit. But yeah.
Sounds like a couple's problem.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's some popular things that like I don't fuck with. I mean, Jello, I guess, is technically popular because it's well known and renowned.
Yeah.
But I don't really fuck with it. But I saw an egregious claim the other day that I wanted to fight. My boy said that he doesn't like Oreos, and I know
like at all,
bro. And
I was like, different flavors, right?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, bro? And he's like, I just don't like him. And I was like, bro, he's the same dude that defended the Filet-O-Fish. I was like, I can't trust you.
Hey man, that's his shit.
Yeah, speaking of, I unfortunately have to eat a Filet-O-Fish because we lost in the Turkey Bowl.
Oh, they told you had to eat one? You gotta get the double?
Yeah, I said not the double. He said I could eat the regular one, but I gotta order a Filet-O-Fish and record it.
Double, fam.
Nah, I'd puke like before I even unwrapped it.
Yo, he being too lenient on you, my G.
Yeah, but yeah, Horace, if you're listening, bro, I'm gonna eat the Filet-O-Fish. I'll record it, post it, do whatever. You'll see my nasty ass face because that's a nasty ass sandwich. But I haven't tried it yet, so who knows? Watch me. It'd be like my next favorite thing ever.
Right. I honestly, I didn't think it was like terrible. It's just, again, it's just the thought of eating fast food fish. That's all.
I've never really, I've never tried it.
It's like, it's really not bad. If you like fish, it's really not like this awful tasting thing,
Yeah, I've never really tried it, man. So we'll see. I'll find out. I mean, it's lasted all these years. It has to be good enough people to like it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, somebody had to like that shit. Obviously. But yeah, I put this on the list before, but like trying to think of popular things in like culture that are popular that you don't rock with, kind of going off of what your homie with the Oreos and shit. But like, what's like a TV show or a movie that like everybody like seen and loves that you you've never seen or you just didn't rock with?
Well, as of recent, everybody makes Game of Thrones references,
Oh, I'm with you on that one.
and I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. I think I've seen one episode total. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not into
Word.
wizards or magic, or I'm sorry, like mythological and
Yeah, you don't fuck with Harry Potter. Although
nah.
Harry Potter probably should be the one that probably be the biggest one. But I know recently Game of Thrones, yeah. Like, you didn't like Lord of the Rings either, too, right?
I like the concept of Lord of the Rings. I just felt like the three movies. There was three, right, or four?
I don't know, maybe.
I
I
saw
think
them
there's
all.
I think there was three. You saw all of them? I think there was three, and then like there's two Hobbit movies, which are like prequels or whatever.
Yeah, dude. Like real talk. Like that's the thing is people misconcept. Like I do talk a lot of shit. I really do. But at least like I give it a chance, except for the filet of fish. But like, you know what I'm saying? The fucking like, Lord of the Rings. I've seen them all, and I just didn't like them. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Star Wars. I've seen them all. You know, I have enough credentials to say I have you know, an opinion. When it comes to movies I don't like, it's because I didn't like the movie. It's not like I just decided not to see it.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't like Harry Potter. The concept of it to me was soft. I saw a couple of them. I didn't like it.
Okay.
But yeah, recently Game of Thrones, bro. It's just popular. Everyone's hold the door and winter's coming and all the
Yeah, I know all
references.
those references. It's like, oh, Red Wedding. I don't know what the fuck. Okay. And it's
Well,
like,
yeah.
oh, Attitude Khaleesi. Like, who the fuck is that? But like, to me, yeah, Game of Thrones is probably on that list because I fuck with so many different shows. Mr. Robot was on that list too, but I recently started watching that, and that's pretty good. But nah, Game of Thrones is probably it. But to me, I like Harry Potter, but I never liked Lord of the Rings, and I felt like it was more like Lord of the Rings, so I just wasn't really about fucking with it because I watched the first Lord of the Rings and fell asleep, and I was just like, nah, this shit ain't hitting for me. I'm not watching any of this like fucking Gollum fucking shit. I don't even know what the fuck's happening. Like fairies and they're just like on a mission to return a ring. That shit just seemed trash to me. But I guess this one's supposed to be cooler and there's more cool shit. Although I heard there's a lot of incest and a lot of like random people fucking in Game of Thrones or whatever. But I do have a bet going on with somebody at work. This chick Paige had never seen Friday or Rush Hour or I think we're doing Boys in the Hood too. So me and Kaylin, shout out to Kaylin from work, said if she watched like all four of those things, the movies that we suggested, they were like black movies, that we'll watch the first season of Game of Thrones. So I tried to watch like the first episode, I just couldn't do it, but I guess I'm gonna have to give it a shot again. So
Yeah, but that's not fair, man. You're giving her like a fucking prize, and she's punishing you guys. Those
right?
movies are amazing, bro.
To her though, and a lot of people, Game of Thrones is amazing. So they're like, she's saying you had to get through the whole season of Game of Thrones. So like, she's like, it kind of starts off rough in the beginning, and then once you get into like the season, then you're like, okay, and then like after that, all the seasons after are like really good, apparently.
Wait for her to watch Boys in the Hood until she gets to the Ricky scene. If
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what we were like, yo, you got to watch these movies. And like, cause it's cause she's young. She's like 22 or something, 21.
Yeah.
That's why she hadn't seen these movies and shit. So it's like, yo, you gotta watch that shit,
Bro, when the Ricky scene, the first time I ever saw that movie, I got legit so mad.
That shit is wild. But it was funny. Yeah, that Ricky scene was fucking incredible. But it's funny because we were like looking at Rush Hour, and I was looking at the old like trailer for it, and like trailers for old movies are so funny. It's like young Carter is a cop on the rise who doesn't care what happens. It's like he meets Officer Chen, who's a who's a foreign diplomat who doesn't take any crap. I was like, yo, these are really what the fucking movie trailers to sound like. Shit was insane. It was insane, bro.
Rush Hour was pretty much Friday, except just with Jackie Chan instead of Ice Cube.
Oh yeah, I already talked about it. What'd you say, Jesse? Sorry.
I said Rush Hour is pretty much Friday instead with Jackie Chan instead of Ice Cube.
It honestly kind of is. Like I feel like Chris Tucker is probably the same in every movie. Like Money Talks, literally the same.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like, hey man, what you doing, man?
Let me tell you, Frankie, no. That shit is so funny, man.
One of y'all kick me, man. You're just saying man after everything.
Yeah, just drop me off here, man. But yeah, man, speaking of a lot of people having opinions about shit. What'd you think of the clapback that the world provided with Kaepernick getting Citizen of the Year?
Was it like the world or people? Oh, all the people saying, excuse me. It was like a bunch of people like I saw on Facebook, which is like terrible for political memes and shit. But it was a bunch of memes saying, "Oh, JJ Watt raised 20 something million for Hurricane Katrina or not Hurricane Harvey, and he's not Man of the Year." And it's like, you do know that Colin Kaepernick donated $1 million of his own money to various charities, and also like raising money is a little bit different than giving money. You know what I mean?
Right, and it's like, and that was for one event. Yes, it was Hurricane Harvey. It affected many people.
They raised a shit ton of money, but like, how many other people raised a shit ton of money then? Beyonce raised a shit ton of money then. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people, and Beyonce not only raised money during Harvey, but also during Hurricane Puerto Rico. You know what I mean?
As much as it's crazy. As much as people hate to admit it, Colin Kaepernick, regardless of where you stand on if he should have done what he did or he shouldn't have done what he did, he created a conversation that has
he had a huge impact. It was a pretty big part of the conversation.
If it was not a big deal, it'd been afterthought. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So he did something that has now stirred the pot of a conversation that this country's not necessarily, hasn't ever had, but needs to continuously have, because racism and social injustice is never going to be just solved, but we can at least try to get to a common ground with communication. And his efforts led to a year-long ongoing, conversation that, yes, divided people, but ultimately brought attention to an issue that at the time people were trying to just sweep under the rug,
All right.
And
I hate this thing is this whole thing of people being divided. When Obama was elected, people were saying, "Oh, I think Obama is like dividing people," and they're saying like, "Oh, this Colin Kaepernick thing is dividing people." It's like people are already divided; they just weren't really talking about it. You know what I mean? Like you were thinking some fucked up shit about black people, but you just weren't out in the open saying that shit until we had a black president, or till a dude started kneeling for the anthem because of police shootings, or we told y'all that we were getting abused by police, but you guys was like, oh, well, you guys didn't see it. Not you guys in terms of you, Jesse, but like in the world, people didn't fucking see it. And then when we start getting these camera phones where we could take videos and Facebook Live it, you're seeing shit that's been happening for decades and shit. And people are acting like this shit is new. Like, no, none of this shit is new. We've been trying to tell y'all, and you guys didn't pay attention. We're just sick of it. That's pretty much it. But the people feel like all this shit is new, and that it's just other people trying to divide. It's like, nah, bro, we were never really united,
Yeah, and that's the. I mean, I don't know, man. That's the frustrating part, is like people are like, oh, he was just a stunt. My biggest thing is that he met with the Marine that suggested to take a kneel, So the whole argument of disrespecting the flag, the country, and the military is null and void. So if you're just mad that ultimately he just created the conversation, when you're one of the people that are like, hey, if we just don't talk about racism, it's over,
Exactly.
And that's really all you're mad about, is that the conversation just got re-brought back up. You're not mad that he really took a knee during the anthem. You're not mad that, you know, he did it after you told him what to do. Like, this is not North
Right.
Korea, you know, like we have freedom of speech and whatever, but I
Right.
think he deserved it. I also think that it doesn't fucking matter. Citizen of the Year, like, is it really
No.
does it mean anything? It's just a fucking award.
Yeah,
And
it's really not that big a deal. I mean,
it's just
it's a cool thing because when we look at back in history, we'll be able to see that people actually celebrated. I'm like, I don't know if Martin Luther King was ever like a citizen of the year or anything like that. Like, I don't know. There probably weren't even publications like that doing shit like that. He might have been a Time Person of the Year, which kind of segues a little bit to. Did you see the shit with Trump? What he tweeted about saying that he was supposed to be in Time, the Time Person of the Year, and then Time was like, "Yeah, we don't really do our process like that. We don't know what he's talking about."
I know, man. For the fans that were into Two Trumps and a Lie, we kind of cooled it on that because at this point it's not even fun anymore making fun
Yeah,
of him. Like
it's all lies. So
it's just too easy, man. Like even Fox News is calling him out, and at this point, if Fox News is calling you out, like what are you gonna do, bro?
right,
Be like, nothing is real. Just listen to me.
right. The shit that's crazy too about the Time Person of the Year is it's not necessarily a good thing. Like Hitler was the Time Person of the Year. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like, oh, if you're on this, that means you're like you had a great impact on society. Like it could literally mean like you're so trash that in a profound way that you just affected the world. Like that's
And
literally all it means.
yeah, dude. And like, does it really matter that in a world where we glorify people like Kim Kardashian just for existing, like, does it really matter? You know, like,
I
is
mean,
he
do we
ever
go
gonna?
fight for existing for taking D on camera?
Well, that's what the jump start was.
Yeah,
That was the jump start for sure. But that's what I'm saying though, man. Like, I don't know. It's just it pissed me off that like they make it seem just like, yo, like there's other people that could use it. Like, I'm not even gonna say her name because she's trash, but she posted a tweet that was like, what about the people on D-Day? It's like you're telling me people
oh yeah, that shit didn't make any sense.
in 1940s want to be should be the citizen of the year in 2017? Like that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I don't get it. People be racking their brains doing dumb shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it's whatever. We digress.
Yeah, man, we're getting close to time check anyway. You were telling me about some new fire tracks. Like I said, I try not to knock things before I try it. But is Jada Smith really got bars or what?
Yeah, so I had heard that Jaden Smith album, which he dropped last Friday, it's called Syre, Syre. I was hearing on the timeline, my Twitter timeline, because I like to be plugged in with the fake A&Rs of Black Twitter and whatnot. And they were saying that Jaden, a lot of people were, and those people who I respect and people who were surprised as well, like, yo, I didn't expect it, but like this Jaden Smith album kind of got bars, like it kind of goes, and I'm like, okay. And then I did hear somebody say that it was like one of the most pretentious albums ever, and I'm like, I mean, that's a rap though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's Jaden Smith. Like it, you really expect Jaden Smith not to be pretentious a little bit, but nah. Then I listened to it on I think Monday or Tuesday, and I was like, yo, this shit kind of bangs. So definitely, you should definitely check out the whole album. One of my favorite joints is Icon. He got a little video for it. The video is a little wild, but the actual song is fire. But yeah, Icon, Jaden Smith, check it out. What you got?
Yeah,
What you got
man.
this week?
Shouts to the iPod. My girl has an iPod connector that connects to my phone, and she's like, "I wanted to show you this song, right?"
An iPod connector. What does that mean?
Bro, don't check me.
I just want to know. I'm like genuinely intrigued.
I really don't know too. She's like, "Hey, look, press this button on your car." My phone has MP3, USB, and iPod. Like, if it can detect an iPod, it has its own. Apple has its own section for
It's like an airdrop thing. Like she airdropped you a phone or something.
She like Bluetoothed it or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's like an airdrop.
My bad, AirDrop.
No, that's fine.
Whatever. So yeah, so she connected. She's like, "Have you heard of IMDb?" And I was like, "The movie chat, the movie website." And she said, "No, IAMDDB is the name of the album, the name of the artist, and the song's Running. And it's alternative. I wouldn't really consider it hip hop, more like spoken word, rhythmic. It's something you would hear on our favorite show, Insecure. You know.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got when I listened to it.
Yeah. Something like her Issa driving back and forth, you know, to Lawrence's place or whatever. But yeah, that's song of the week. I think you should bump it. And shouts to my homie Sly the Guy. He shot me over some music that he's been cooking in the lab, and he wanted me to throw on here. So of course we gotta support the homies, support the local. It's for Huntington, for New York. So we got you out here, man. Any other music out there, music makers, music lovers, send us some shit.
Or also randomly check out. I was watching on Showtime this show called Smilf. Thought it was pretty good. Just figured I'd give it a little quick shout out. But yeah, I do want to say thanks for listening. As always, we fuck with y'all. If you listen this whole way through, do us a favor. You know, subscribe to us on iTunes, on Google Play. Leave a review, 5 stars. If you know, there's no point leaving a bad review. That'd be pretty shitty of you to do. And you know, tell your friends about us. Tell the homies, tell your grandma, tell your auntie, the one who, you know, cooked all the Thanksgiving dinners for you and shit. Tell everybody, bro. Or just download that shit on their phone and hit subscribe, because if they subscribing, then that's cool for us too. They don't really gotta listen to it. You know, we're trying to get up out here, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I was telling shouts to the Poplowskis last night. I was telling them that like you don't have to listen to the entire pod. If we have segments,
a couple.
Yeah, if we touch on everything. So if there's some segment you just want to listen to, tune in and tune out. Like I said, we also come back to it. We got the t-shirts too, man. Ty just got his maroon one in. We got color options. We got tank top options. We got little onesies for babies. You guys be popping them out. But yeah, man.
Yeah, if you want to support, you can even get it on a mug and shit. I've seen it. You can get mugs, tapestries. It's wild.
Yeah, man. So that's us, man. The Bucket Hat Boys. Hit us up on IG at the Bucket Hat Boys, and continue to check us out every Friday with we cook you up with a Bucket Hat Friday cover. And that's just up, man.
Yep, and yeah, follow me on Twitter at Tylante, and you can follow Jesse at JB Speak. Is it JB Speak or JB Speaks?
JB Speak, singular.
There we go. Oh, there we go. But yeah, we up out of here. Thanks for listening.
All right, shit. We out.
You're